truth about Playmods is that it sits in a, quote, gray area. It isn't necessarily a single virus itself, but it is a high-risk platform that can lead to your device getting infected. Here is the straightforward breakdown of the risks in 2026. 1. The adware problem. Most users who report issues with Playmods notice that their phones start acting weird immediately after installation. Invisible ads. You might see ads popping up on your home screen or inside other apps. Background activity. The app often runs in the background, which can drain your battery or make your phone feel laggy. 2. Malicious uploads. Playmods works like a library where different people upload modded games. While some mods might be safe, others are poisoned. Trojan horses. A file might be labeled Minecraft mod, but inside the code, it contains a Trojan or spy stealer. Recent reports. In early 2026, users on forums, like Reddit's r/antivirus, have flagged specific files from Playmods that secretly downloaded spyware without the user's permission. 3. Fake safe labels. Playmods often claims their apps are scanned and safe, but these internal checks are not as reliable as Google Play Protect. Attackers frequently use zero-day malware, new viruses that haven't been added to official databases yet, to bypass these basic scans. 4. Why your phone flags it. If your phone says it's a virus, it's usually because signature issues, modded apps change the game's original fingerprint, making Android think the file is corrupted or hijacked. High permissions modded apps often ask for accessibility or file access. If a virus gets these permissions, it can read your messages or steal your login info. Since we are already in March 2026, there has been a ton of new activity in the Poppy Playtime universe. If you haven't caught up yet, things have moved way past the deep sleep of Chapter 3. Here is the latest status of the franchise. The games, Chapters 4 and 5. Chapter 4, Safe Haven, released back in January 2025. This chapter took us even deeper into the factory's undiscovered depths. The main antagonist, who turned out to be more complicated, was Doughy the Doman. It featured a massive Yarnaby puzzle that a lot of players found super frustrating because of the lag and difficulty. Chapter 5, Broken Things. This is the big one that just dropped last month, February 18, 2026. This is currently being called the climax of the series. The big reveal. It was finally confirmed that the prototype, Experiment 1006, is actually Oliver Ludwig, the adoptive brother of Poppy, Ollie's identity. There were huge theories about who Ollie, the voice on the phone, was, and Chapter 5 suggests he was the prototype. To be very clear, the official Poppy Playtime game is not a virus. However, because the game is so popular, many hackers create fake versions to trick people. Here's how to tell the difference and stay safe in 2026. 1. The fake chapter scams. Many people see Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 inches or Chapter 6 inches for free on third-party sites. The trap. Since Chapter 5 was only recently released, February 2026, official mobile ports usually take a few months to arrive. If you see a free download for a mobile version of Chapter 5 right now, it is almost certainly a Trojan. The malware. These fake files often contain adware, which fills your phone with pop-ups, or spyware, which tries to steal your passwords or Google account info. 2. Mob Entertainment versus Daigo. There has been a lot of legal drama recently. In 2025, the real developers, Mob Entertainment, actually sued Google because of a developer named Daigo who was putting up fake Poppy Playtime apps. Official developer. Only download apps where the seller is listed as Mob Entertainment, Inc. The scam. If the developer name looks like a random string of letters or a name like Daigo Game, do not download it. They often charge up to $95 for what turns out to be a guide or a broken, virus-filled app. 3. False positives. The Whack Attack alert. Some players on Steam reported getting a severe virus notification, Trojan script/Whack Attack, when launching Chapter 3 or Chapter 4. Is it real? In most cases, this was a false positive. This happens when your antivirus, like Windows Defender, gets confused by the game's code. How to check. If you downloaded the game from an official store, Steam, Epic, App Store, or Google Play, it is safe. If you downloaded it from a random website, that Whack Attack alert is likely a real threat. 4. Safety tips for 2026. Stick to official stores. Avoid APK websites for Poppy Playtime. Check the size. The real Chapter 1 on mobile is about 1.4 gigabytes. If the download is only 50 megabytes, it's a fake app designed to show you ads. Use VirusTotal. If you have an APK file and aren't sure, upload it to VirusTotal. If it shows more than 2 to 3 malicious flags, delete it immediately. Since it's now March 2026, the situation with third-party app stores like Playmods has become even more complex. While the app itself acts as a store, recent reports from this year show that the real danger lies in the specific files people upload to it. Here is the latest on the viruses found within the Playmods ecosystem. 1. The Spy Stealer Outbreak, February 2026. Just last month, users on security forums, like r/antivirus, reported a new wave of spy stealer malware appearing after using Playmods. The trick: you try to download a popular game, like Among Us or Roblox, but instead of the game, it downloads a file with a generic name, like file_v2_86_zippyshare link to .apk. The damage: this sneaky malware doesn't always show up as an icon on your home screen. It hides in the system to steal login credentials and session cookies, allowing hackers to get into your Google or social media accounts without needing your password. 2. SparkCat OCR Trojan. A major threat identified in early 2026 is the SparkCat Trojan. This is particularly dangerous for content creators or anyone with sensitive photos. What it does: it uses OCR, optical character recognition, to read the screenshots and photos in your gallery. The goal: it looks for images of passwords, ID cards, or recovery phrases for crypto wallets. If you have a screenshot of a password in your gallery, this virus can find it and send it to a remote server. 3. Invisible adware and ghost apps. A common issue reported by users in the last few months involves ghost apps that have no name and no icon. The symptom: your phone starts showing full-screen ads even when no apps are open. The catch: because the app is invisible in your app drawer, it's very hard to uninstall. You usually have to go deep into your settings apps and look for a blank space at the bottom of the list to find and delete it. 4. Zero-day exploits. The Android Security Bulletin for March 2026 just highlighted a critical vulnerability that allows remote code execution. The connection: hackers are using modded APKs on sites like Playmods to exploit this. If you install a mod that hasn't been cleaned, it can give a hacker total control over your phone, including your camera and microphone, without you ever seeing a permission request. How to stay safe right now. If you are currently using these platforms, here is the best way to protect your device. The 1-week rule: don't download a mod the day it's uploaded. Wait at least a week to see if other users in the comments start reporting error F0010 or virus alerts. Check the developer. On Playmods, look at who uploaded the file. If the uploader has zero history or a name like user_92837, avoid it. Run a deep scan. Standard phone cleaners often miss 2026-era spyware. Use a reputable mobile security tool, like Bitdefender or Kaspersky, to run a full system scan if you've recently installed a mod. Would you like me to help you look up the safety rating for a specific game or? Beyond the standard adware and pop-up issues, 2026 has seen the rise of more sophisticated silent threats targeting third-party app users. Because platforms like Playmods rely on user-uploaded content, they are a primary testing ground for these new viruses. Here are the most critical threats identified in March 2026. 1. The Spy Stealer ZippyShare scam. A major report from February 2026 flagged a widespread campaign where popular games like Among Us or Roblox are used as bait. The bait: you click download, but instead of the game, a file named file_v2_86_zippyshare link to .apk or similar is downloaded. The behavior: this is spy stealer malware. It doesn't show an icon and doesn't drain your battery, making it nearly invisible. The goal: it secretly monitors your device to steal session cookies and login tokens, allowing hackers to hijack your accounts even if you have two-factor authentication, 2FA, enabled. 2. SparkCat, the OCR Trojan. This is one of the most dangerous viruses circulating in 2026. What it does: it uses optical character recognition, OCR, to read your photo gallery. The risk: it specifically looks for screenshots of passwords, ID cards, or recovery phrases for digital wallets. If you have ever screenshotted a password just in case, SparkCat can find it and send it to a hacker's server. 3. Accessibility API hijackers, March 2026, alert. As of March 17, 2026, Google has issued a major warning regarding apps that abuse Android's accessibility features. Banking Trojans. Many modded apps from Playmods now include code that asks for accessibility permissions. Once granted, the virus can create fake overlays on top of your banking apps to steal your PIN. Read your 2FA codes directly from your screen. Authorize transactions in the background while you are asleep. The Ghost app. Some of these viruses install themselves with a transparent icon and no name. You'll see a blank space at the bottom of your app list in settings. That is the virus. 4. Zero-day exploits. CVE 2026-21385. The March 2026 Security Bulletin highlighted a critical vulnerability affecting Qualcomm and MediaTek chipsets, found in many popular phones. The threat: hackers are embedding remote code execution (RCE) exploits into modded APKs. The result: simply installing the modded game can give an attacker full control over your device without you having to allow any specific permissions. This allows them to use your camera, microphone, and GPS remotely. Red flags to look for. If you have recently used PlayMods, check your device for these warning signs. In addition to the SpyStealer and SparkCat viruses, the security landscape in March 2026 has become even more dangerous for anyone using third-party stores like PlayMods. Google just released a massive security update on March 5, 2026, which fixed 129 different vulnerabilities, a record-breaking number. This shows just how many holes hackers are currently using to get into phones. Here are the newest viruses and threats found in modded apps this month. 1. The Oblivion RAT Remote Access Trojan. This is a new, high-end virus being sold on hacker forums for about $300 a month. It is specifically designed to bypass the security on the latest 2026 Android phones. What it does: once you install a modded APK containing Oblivion, the hacker gets a point-and-click menu to control your phone. The power: they can record your screen, listen through your microphone, and even send fake push messages to trick you into typing your password. 2. Pix Revolution and BeatBanker. These are part of a new family of 6 malware families discovered by researchers on March 12, 2026. Target: they specifically look for banking apps and cryptocurrency wallets. The overlay attack: when you open your real banking app, the virus quickly puts a fake, invisible layer on top of it. You think you're typing your password into your bank, but you're actually giving it to the virus. 3. The Qualcomm Zero Day CVE 2026213885. This is a very serious zero-day exploit, meaning it was being used by hackers before a fix was even made. Who is at risk? This affects almost all Android phones using Qualcomm chips, which is most popular phones. The virus path hackers are hiding this exploit inside modded games on PlayMods. If your phone isn't updated to the March 2026 security patch, simply opening the modded game could allow the virus to take over your system memory without asking for any permissions. 4. Triada Factory Malware. Kaspersky recently warned that some cheaper Android devices are being sold with a virus called Triada already inside them. The connection: this virus often waits for you to visit a site like PlayMods or download an APK. It then helps other viruses install themselves more deeply into your phone's system files where an antivirus can't reach them. Critical warning signs. March 2026. If you have downloaded anything from PlayMods recently, check for these red flags. The blank app. Go to Settings Apps. Scroll to the very bottom. If you see an entry with no name and no icon, that is a hidden Trojan. Delete it immediately. System heating. If your phone feels hot while it's just sitting on the table or charging, a virus is likely using your processor to mine crypto or scan your files in the background. Accessibility alert. If a modded game, like a horror game or Roblox mod, asks for accessibility services, it is almost certainly trying to steal your 2FA codes and bank info. Always say no. How to stay safe. 1. Update now. Go to Settings Security Software Update and make sure you have the March 5, 2026 patch. 2. Safe mode. If your phone is acting weird, hold the power button and long press power off to boot into safe mode. This stops all viruses from running, so you can safely uninstall suspicious apps. 3. Use a sandbox. If you want to test a mod, never put it on your main phone. Use an emulator like Mumu Player, or a spare device that doesn't have your personal accounts on it. Would you like me to help you find the specific March 2026 security settings for your phone model to make sure you're protected?